In the EULCS, it was running rampant, a couple of games in LCK here and there. It's good to see it finally picking up some pace here.
Yeah, and just going back to your earlier point with the top lane pick going last pick, the last pick Shen makes no sense. They really could have just picked it right off the bat and actually held the support pick. So support's so flexible. You could have even, if you saw the opportunity to go for a Bard, anything really, or just even go for, let's even say a Karma. Anything works there. Braum just makes it so your team fight's a little bit, I suppose, a little slower, a little in your favor. But the lane is not as good as you can make it out.
So my assumption on this is that they were waiting for Vici to pick all 5 to ensure it wasn't actually going to be a flex Jace in the middle lane, see the hand, and then pick their top laner accordingly. They might have wanted Shen earlier, but they were waiting for the moment to prove that's what they wanted.
And with that, we will say goodbye to Raz. Thank you so much for your expert analysis on this and the casting in the previous game, as Rusty and I will be taking to the Rift for the cast of this one. Getting into these compositions then, now that we've gone through the pick and ban, what are we looking at for these 5v5?
So when we look at QG's team composition, we are definitely seeing a pick comp. Shen and Kha'Zix is actually a really good 2v2 duo once the Shen hits level 6 and can invade into the jungle. If they pick the bottom side of the jungle, they'll have the Jhin that can lock people down from long ranges. But also just Jhin and Braum together is a very potent combo. It's difficult to get all 4 procs off for a stun.
Yeah.
But one slow from the Braum Q means the rest of the damage that can come out, the guaranteed crits are always going to be there. Like, it is weird to see a Braum, I will say. Not exactly a standard global support pick right now, but it's not uncommon in the LPL. They love Braum. They love Trundle and Braum a lot.
Disengage. Just subjugate, run away.
Exactly, and that is what it's about. So the interesting part to me is that the disengage they were looking for with the Trundle is not there. They hovered it and they considered it and they went for the Braum instead, and it actually gives better picks. So champions or team comps that have low amounts of crowd control get extra when Braum's added to the mix, and so champions like Kha'Zix who can auto attack and weave those auto attacks will be better off for it.
In addition, they're going to have to try to break through a Cassiopeia, Caitlyn, and a Jace with an Ivern shielding them and a Tahm Kench consuming them as well. Vici seems like they might have pretty good disengage as well.
So funnily enough, going for the Caitlyn as an early rotation almost signals an indicator towards the Ivern. There are very, I guess, set parameters with which you'll see one.
Ooh, steps aside from the root collar. Meanwhile, Clid in the top lane is going to find Long, who immediately takes a lot of damage and flashes early. Kobbe trying to finish it up. Looks for the... No, doesn't have enough.
That's all Daisy is good for at level 6 really anyway.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Clid looking for a gank.
Oh, wow.
There goes the submarine, bringing Shen in exhaust, but Ali goes low. First blood to Alone, and they follow it up with a second. Clid gets that other one.
And that's the difference here. So I guess acknowledging that Bengi was going to be near the red buff, Clid goes to the opposite side of the map and gets a gank off.
Play around that, though. Bengi hops over the wall to finish off the Krugs that were started by Long. Bit of Ooh, Clid sneaks around, gets to the actual submarine, has found Long on top of a ward. Flash is used, Kobbe follows up, and they're going to try to give the kill over to Clid and succeed.
Bengi trying to offer a shield, but it was a last resort and basically afterthought. Vision control from QG, perhaps it's a good thing, but also the movements from Vici, a little bit too predictable trying to pick somebody off. And a Kha'Zix that was already quite large, 1-0-1 with his items almost completed. And a Shen with the ultimate available. They still fall for that trap.
Ooh, you talked about the danger of getting a fourth bullet. Clid immediately makes it down to the bottom. Hatong does not stand a chance. Clid takes it. Exhaust is used. The curtain has been called. Heal. Bullet number 4 misses, but Clid flashes. DouYuTV follows up with a Realm Warp to zone Bengi away as Daisy is just going to do some work over here. This is unnerfed Daisy. Xiaogu leave alone, isolated, and he's going to open the curtain call. DouYuTV drops the Realm Warp and gets the Stand United, bringing Kobbe in. They're going to try to target Hatong as Daisy tries to disrupt it. Kobbe takes 1 hit, takes 2, but is not going to be knocked up long range, but flashes to get out of it as they've killed Hatong. Teleport was used by Long to get into the fight as Daisy is cleaned up. Ali eats a root collar and is cleaned up by Xuan Xuan P as Clid is forced to leap away.
Yeah, it looks like nothing else will come from that besides the pressure they're about to place down on this turret, and if QG can defend this, they're doing very well.
Kabe still has his teleport, so he's going to try to get a recall in. Xuan P eats some damage. DouYuTV says, I wish I had blue buff, and dies to Xuan P, and the rest of Vici chasing forward. With that, the tier 1 turret falls, and Vici are now up 2 turrets to 0.
Defend top because it was just DouYuTV. The control around the Baron area is still QG's. I believe there is a cheeky ward placed over the pit, however. Do they want Bengi?
Realm Warp from DouYuTV is going to catch Bengi, but he is relatively difficult to kill. Daisy is going to fall at a really bad time, but Hatong looks to save him, but gets taunted right back in. Xuan P is putting out some good damage as EasyHoon gets in alone over the wall. Flash tries to clean it up. Is still not going to be able to get the kill. EasyHoon is doing some damage though, and he cleans up 1, cleans up 2. Long. Oh, gets denied by Ali. Tries to get the auto. Can't even get the kill. Ali just straight up outplays. Flashes. Tries to sidestep, but gets bopped.
Oh,
Clid level 12 without the bonus leap is locked down. He gets 1 revenge kill onto Bengi. 1 for 4.
1v1. We'll see what direction he chooses.
Looks like he's trying to actually fight out against Kabe, but DouYuTV shows up as well. Little bit of regret for Long, but that is, again, full lethality Jace as he tries to trade it out. DouYuTV cleans it up, but the mid-tier 2 goes down as Vici sets up the brush line and breaks it down. He's still not letting his turret go down.
That's the big difference right now. Lung's able to wave clear and prevent them from getting structures, but every time...
Oh, Realm Warp, DouYuTV and Clid turned it into a trap. That's the Stand United as well. Clid is tanking the turret. Oh! He's still alive.
But look at the face. Like, why are they committing resources to top lane?
They got 1 kill, but they traded an inhibitor for it. They're going to be able to take down the top tier 1 as well, but the inhibitor itself now falls. Trigger Seed, it keeps him safe. Teleport going to be completed for Kabe. He's looking for Xuan right now. He's on top of the trap, but he's going to have to Shadow Dash over the wall or go through the try. The rest of his team is no longer following. This is Kabe and Ali very far forward from the rest of Xiaogu. DouYuTV still doesn't have Realm Warp. Xuan P hops over the wall.
They're coercing them towards the bottom lane outer turret, trying to make a pick desperately still. Again, it forces blue trinkets because wards don't cover the area, and they're actually just doing it. Like,
yeah, they still can't see it. At full vision, they can't get through. Baron's down to 2,000.
They're going to commit to the Baron, QG.
Yeah, there goes the Realm Warp onto the far side. Baron is in fact picked up by Bengi. So that is picked up by Vici. Kabe forced to get out of there as Clid did go down. And Vici just using that Iron.
But that was the big play for QG. That was the moment where they might have got themselves back into this game well and truly. The Kha'Zix getting ulted by Shen, jumping in at a 2k health Baron with a Jhin crit that was 100% going to go through it. And Bengi still gets it. So kudos to Bengi. And Vici might just have enough ability to close out the rest of this game. If QG can actually defend this, it'll be quite impressive.
Yeah, they're certainly going to try. Clid is still dead for another 16, 15 seconds as the second inhibitor now falls with Baron buff. 5 members of Vici are now escorting these Baron-empowered super minions in. They could be looking to end the game right here.
It looks like they are.
Daisy's now onto the Nexus turret. Redemption to top themselves off along with Brush. Ali in the front is going to be shredded through and dropped.
Whoa,
EasyHoon. DouYuTV on the far side while alone makes it under the Nexus. DouYuTV goes down. In addition to alone, Clid leaps back onto the fountains as the final morsel of Xiaogu is consumed by Hatong and cleaned up. The Nexus falls and Vici take game number 1 over Xiaogu.
It's going to be all on Cloud to make those picks going for them.
Even if it's not the Karma, they could go towards the Misfortune still, I believe, as that hasn't been picked. So like something with wave pressure, wave clear, stop Cloud from roaming around the map, and now the Bard's merit is significantly weakened in comparison to what it could have been. If he was a Karma and they had lane pressure, and he could have been the one that actually roamed, because that's how Cloud plays.
Yeah. But one big point too is that they don't get the Ashe, but they do get Bard's ulti, which, you know, you can't cleanse out of that one. So if he does have the space, if he can actually look to move around and get that roam towards the mid lane, it's actually going to be incredibly effective. So this is going to be really great to see how EasyHoon can actually deal with the pressure if it does come his way.
Yeah, can Xiaogu as a team adapt? They've brought in a different AD carry and support, and they're setting up with an entirely different bottom lane to try to deal with this as the coaches get ready and shake hands. We're getting into game number 2 between Vici Gaming and Xiaogu.
Yeah, this is spicy.
Klid eats a cocoon, gets chunked down to half. Thunderlord's procs forced to leap away. Looks like they're trying to rush down. Who's going to get first blood? It is Kabe as Klid eats an auto attack. Double buff on Bangi, level 4 to level 4. Kabe is about to get the cooldowns. Bangi still has his cocoon. Out by that bottom lane. Bangi's back in the top lane. Kabe's trying to recall. Right on top of a control ward. Sidesteps the cocoon. He doesn't have flash, but he still doesn't have a chance. Bangi gets the kill onto Kabe and each other, but there's Bangi now. DouYuTV loops all the way around. Flash snare, trying to get some damage out. Repel, but there's nowhere to go to. That's the Stand United from an early 6 from Long. He's going to try to follow it up. So low, trying to get the kill, but Bangi walks away. DouYuTV Realm War puts him right on top of EasyHoon, who is going to eat another snare. Hatong is up there for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but Xiaogu do not like it as they are at a numbers disadvantage. DouYuTV goes down to EasyHoon. Klid forced to leap away. Kabe once again breeds for the kill.
Oh my god, what's he doing
Cloud
here?
is up there as well. Candy, the 80 carry is there.
Oh, he's got a double.
Xiaogu are turning it around. It's a double kill for Kabe. Cocoon denies the chase. And he's slowed as well by the blade. Oh boy, here comes Long coming around from behind. There are some pings now. Flash, Journey. Cloud's getting out of here. He's trying to bait Long out of there. Candy 7 drops the spell shield and flashes to escape. Long is going to get the taunt onto Cloud, who just walks away, but Kabe teleported in from behind as well. Finds Long. He takes a turret shot. Candy 7 has no mana for a boomerang blade. And Chuan P gets the snipe to answer back. Meanwhile, Klid assassinated Bangi. Stand United onto Chuan P. Finds DouYuTV as he is going to be dropped down. Klid over the wall. Finds Chuan P. Going to stealth. Tries to go for the outplay. Gets some damage onto Long. As Kabe looks for Hatong, gets the slow, and will get yet another kill on this Maokai.
Like, as far as the pit comp is concerned, Cass real good for
Now they're pressuring bottom. That's the teleport from Maokai that they still haven't spotted as they're trying to fight it out. Chuan P regrets so many things right now. Stand United will buy him some time as Candy 7 looks for the crit. There's Long. Hatong is actually the first to go down. DouYuTV joins up at the Tempered Fate, stalls it out. They're still trying to fight on 2 fronts. Candy 7 is now trying to duel versus Long, but he's got the help of Kabe, who's doing some work. Klid will try to finish off EasyHoon and succeed as Candy 7 cleans up Long as he's diving forward. Magical journey past Bangi to clean it up. That is an ace, and Xiaogu lose not a single member.
It's really easy to catch people. Ari Dignitas doing Baron.
Klid
Thanks, Raz.
imitating Bangi. I didn't want to call it out. Cloud is going to be caught out right here, and he dies very quickly.
Take it out. As now they look towards an engage.
Yeah, they're trying to force a fight here. Tempered Fate catches Bangi as EasyHoon is now trying to duel it out with Cloud. They flash on top of the miasma, making it a little bit more difficult to chase. DouYuTV follows up.
God.
He's still got the Realm Warp, however.
No,
you don't want to take that. Okay. But he goes in from the front, flashes, and is forced to back away. Turns onto EasyHoon. Wow, that is a lot. EasyHoon is going to be dropped despite the Stand United out of Long. And Kabe uses his teleport and cancels it.
Yeah. So you activate that Chevaliers.
Whoa, Realm Warp. DouYuTV looking for the solo kill onto EasyHoon, who's stunned against the wall. Cloud, that's a big ultimate, however.
Yeah, the Shen shield keeps him alive to get the stun off from the Cassiopeia as they're looking for Klid.
Yeah, he eats a cocoon and pops right over. Whoa, boy, that's the redemption. Kabe's not there just yet, and Bangi's still waiting just on the outside. This is now Vici waiting for it. Bangi's looking for the opening. DouYuTV and Kabe are trying to zone. They get some good damage. Kabe flashes and kills Bangi as Baron is cleaned up by Klid. That's Kabe chasing down Chuan P here. Oh boy, you've never seen such a terrifying goalie. Thing is falling apart for Vici. What are you? Why? What are you doing?
They're just being pressured. They need to fight.
Still standing there. They're finally trying to force the fight, but that's on to Kabe, the wrong person. Tempered Fate finds Chuan P and Hatong. And there goes the Realm War, bringing minions back. Klid follows up along with Kabe into the back line. They're on top of the fountain, but it's not going to do them much good as Xiaogu clean up 2 kills and now turn on to the Nexus. 14,000 gold ahead. That's the taunt onto DouYuTV. He's trying to kite it out in the back. Still has his flash and uses it to break the tether as Kabe chases onto EasyHoon, and slowly but surely they clean it up. They've lost Candy 7, but they are certainly not going to lose the game at this point unless they decide to dive onto the fountain itself.
Don't count them out for that possibility.
But the Nexus goes down.
A little risky because bottom lane with the Jhin, does not. I mean, as the game goes on, his damage is going to be purely through his ulti, unless of course he can somehow catch up in the fight and follow up. The problem is now that the bulk of the damage is going to be coming through Elise, Karma, and Camille. If Karma falls behind in the game, then it's going to be. I mean, plus he's probably just going to be going towards Athene's Unholy Grail. Then you're essentially putting the game onto Kabe. If Kabe falls behind, this is going to be like overall their damage and comeback potential pretty much just falls for.
So, I mean, if like Lung wants to trade against Kabe, he'll end up pushing the lane with the poison gas. Klid's also able to go towards that top side of the map. They're on the right side of Summoner's Rift to be able to do that also. Realistically, I do see a lot of positives here for QG overall through the draft and getting the Camille ahead.
He immediately hops over the wall and finds Bengi in the river. No isolation bonus on Elise because she does have her Spiderling when she transforms, but that's still half health. They're trying to bully it out. Klid's going right on in. Repel to stall it out. Red buff burning away. Flash! And DouYuTV gets first blood. Klid flashes to escape from EasyHoon, but that's both Flash and Ghost. Gets the tether on top of the blast cone. Gets knocked over a wall. Ooh. And with that, it's Xiaogu that gets first blood.
And how bittersweet as well. The mid laners are the first to rotate, and how quickly they do rotate when the junglers duke it out. We said they were going to meet in the middle. Well, they met in the middle of the river at 3 minutes in the game. The junglers butt heads. Klid comes out victorious. And DouYuTV is actually the one that gets it with an auto attack, and that auto attack gives him double buffs. So now there's 4 buffs.
That's a slow.
Ganking mid lane.
DouYuTV is going to take the Cocoon, goes wide. Klid leaps up but dies in midair to Bengi, who gets his buffs back. So, okay, never mind. That's just complicated as Kabe flashes, gets flung into the turret. Oh, but still gets the kill with the minions. 3-1.
A big difference between the two Elises from games 2 and 3 is actually no mobility boots. He's gone for the skirmishes, and they've got Bengi.
Bengi, can they catch him before he leaps over the wall? Flash!
What are you doing, Hatong?
As he leaps in, Klid is actually taken relatively low, and that's the attack. DouYuTV tries to get in there. Klid is running away, trying to cut it forward. Secures that one. Now DouYuTV is left in the back as Kabe gets there first. Klid almost certainly going to go down to the Devourer. Hatong just auto attacks to finish it up, but that means that they were able to get it. Kabe gets the Hextech ultimatum. Hatong has got nowhere to go, gets flung away by Long, and it is 6-2 Xiaogu. Q evolve.
Yeah, wants to be able to assassinate some members, of course. He probably will find Klid in the near future in the jungle areas.
DouYuTV's trying to bait it out. There's a control ward over there. Not sure if they saw him as Kabe again.
No ult though.
But he's got
He's
red
actually
buff.
just got the kill.
He just kills him.
That's disgusting.
All right.
I mean, now he's 4-0. What are you going to do about it, Vici?
3 Dark Seals. Yeah, you can see Long's face right now. He's like...
I want to see Endless's face right now. It's a very long stay right now. They're about to get him.
Oh, there's the Cocoon. And even using the ultimate. Wow, that was just mean.
Not letting him get out.
That man has a family.
He died in about 2 seconds. His face was expressionless in the cameras as he died.
Ooh.
Cloud's in trouble.
Effort Fate finds one, takes a journey over the wall, but he's still slowed. Doesn't have any flash, but he's still locked in the pit. Manages to get a stun off, however. But the Infernal Drake is up. And Effort Fate. Oh, it's going to happen again.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, God.
The dog's dead, though.
I love that interaction so much. But,
oh, he missed.
Yeah, there he goes. And that should be a dead singed. Yeah. Whoa, meanwhile, Klid is going very greedy over here. DouYuTV tries to save him, and will be able to get the slow. EasyHoon's continuing to chase, but is slowed again. DouYuTV has got super low cooldown on this.
Yeah, has the max cooldown reduction build, I believe, if we include his runes.
DouYuTV immediately flashes to get away. Whoa. That's the curtain call. Bengi eats a lot more, is consumed by Hatong, but Hatong has got no health. EasyHoon in the front tries to turn it around, but will be dropped by Qiao as they continue to pressure forward onto this tier 2 turret.
There they go again.
DouYuTV follows up. Kabe assassinates Endless. And he's brought Bengi as well. Leaps over the wall like he stole it! Bengi actually stole the Baron! And Qiao, look at all the vision they have! Missed, I suppose?
It did miss, and that means they're pushing bottom as a result of the arrow not being there.
Yeah, there goes the teleport as it's actually answered now by Long. The inhibitor turret goes down, and Kabe gets right on top of Long, who's immediately consumed by
not
Hatong,
EasyHoon.
but he turns it around onto EasyHoon. Tempered Fate means that it's only Long in the ultimatum, and they are going to
that's
follow it
dirty.
up for 1 kill. Make that 2, as it's swiped up a double kill for Kabe, as Doinby in the front is still alive. The curtain call doesn't quite cover the entire fountain. Bengi is going to try to punish Candy 7 just a little bit. Oh, but sidesteps that deadly flourish at the
looks
last
like
moment.
this could be enough. They have no health, so EasyHoon actually has a possibility of making this work, but pretty rough.
He's at least got to try as their tanking turret hits. The Nexus turret goes down. They're moving onto the Nexus itself. Bengi is snared. Qiao Gu are poised to take the series as Kabe tries to clean it up, but is denied the kill. And Qiao Gu take the win over Vici Gaming 2-1.